everybody. Christopher Green, peace, love, and prosperity to all of you this year in 2021. I hope you make it a great one. We have a critical breaking report just emerging December 29, 2020. As we approach the new year, we approach a protest in Washington, D.C. that a former Pence aide is very concerned about. And now confirmed, this is confirmed by CNN, MSNBC, it is confirmed by Fox News, Reuters, and others that the first super strain is now in the United States of America, in the state of Colorado, affecting a 20-year-old American who is officially tested positive. Now, of course, we've talked about this a lot in recent weeks as we saw this develop in the United Kingdom. We saw more travel restrictions imposed. And now this, U.S. Colorado man in his 20s with no travel history at all becomes first American to test positive for this super, quote, mutant strain first detected in the United Kingdom. Governor Paulus revealed mutant strain from the UK was found in Colorado State. Man is in his 20s. He is now in isolation in Elbert County. He has no travel history. They suspect that this comes from our borders still remaining open. This mutation may be up to 70% more infectious and more of a concern, they are saying, for small children. So that is news. Now, this comes after millions have traveled to see loved ones during holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, and of course, New Year's as we approach 2021. Quote, there's a lot we don't know about this new strain, but scientists in the United Kingdom are warning the world that it is significantly more contagious. The health and safety of Coloradans is our top priority, and we will closely monitor this case, as well as all virus indicators very closely, according to the governor. Quote, we are working to prevent spread and contain the virus at all levels. Now, California, for example, is still in an indefinite lockdown, and I'm going to get to that story in a minute. Adding that public health officials were working to identify other potential cases through contact tracing interviews. Now, in California, a regional stay-at-home order, which has been imposed, is now indefinite, with no time horizon yet explained by the governance in the state of California. ICU capacity remaining at 0%, according to reports. I'm reporting KTLA, Channel 5. Regional stay-at-home order, indefinite. Current available ICU capacity by region: Bay Area 10.4%, Greater Sacramento 19.1%, Northern California 27%, San Joaquin Valley 0%, Southern California 0%, extending its strict stay-at-home orders Tuesday night in areas where intensive care units are running out of beds, coming after Governor Gavin Newsom warned residents to brace for the effect of a surge. Also being reported by The Hill, ex-Pence aide is very concerned, quote, about the January 6th protest in Washington, D.C. Former aide to Vice President Pence, who has since become a controversial vocal opponent of the Trump administration, warned Monday that she feared that a very bad situation could erupt in Washington, D.C. on January 6th, when Congress will formally certify President-elect Joe Biden's Electoral College victory of the President-elect. Of course, Donald Trump has encouraged a very public protest in Washington, D.C. This is a time when America is very polarized, whether or not you're on the right or you're on the left, you're Republican or Democrat. Very high degree of polarization in the United States. Many still not believing that Joe Biden is the president-elect and contesting that. The left saying that that's a conspiracy theory and that, of course, Joe Biden is the president-elect of the United States and will be taking and cementing his position in office in the coming days. Quote, I'm actually very concerned that there will be a big event on January 6th because the president himself is encouraging it, according to Olivia Troy, saying in an appearance on MSNBC's Deadline, shared by Mediaite. Quote, this is what he does. He tweets, he incites it, and he gets followers and supporters to behave in this manner. And they believe they are being patriots because they're supporting the president, she added. Trump then tweeted Sunday, see you in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. Don't miss it. information to follow. So this is a critical update as we are in perpetual lockdowns. California in indefinite lockdown. Now the new super mutating strain in the state of Colorado affecting a man in his 20s, currently in isolation. This potentially now spreading like a wildfire in the United States, 70% more contagious according to the scientific community. Again, more job losses, more people in eviction, more foreclosures, more forbearance. I've been talking about that in recent days and weeks. Americans are struggling economically. Donald Trump and both parties just approving the $600 stimulus check, which will start being sent out tonight, according to the reports that I had just been reading a few minutes ago. So a very, very critical time as we enter the new year of 2021, as we will witness what happens next on January 6th, when President-elect Biden is expected to be confirmed, and there will also, in coordination with that event, be a very large protest, according to the President of the United States. So praying for you all. Stay prepped. Be vigilant. I'm Christopher Green. This is AMTV. Hard hitting it in your face. Click the links.
This is Dabu7. A heads up. It looks like they're targeting more of our people. And this time, it's the ones that they consider to be junkies and addicts. And this is downright crazy how this is unfolding. But it's the reality of what's going on here. We had Bill Gates and his partner come out live on TV and state, we want to make sure we get the vaccines to the black people first. What? Like you care? This is the same individual, Bill Gates, that went over to Africa with no license and is on film administering vaccines to children that later could not walk. Same Bill Gates that doesn't have a medical license, who made his biggest investment of his life in vaccines. Not tech. Did you know that? This unlicensed, not a doctor, Bill Gates, is pushing vaccines on the world. Something he is heavily invested in. That is called a conflict of interest. Where's the righteous judges at? Huh? It's pretty open and closed, but it seems people are scared. I think 2021 is going to be the year of snapback, the beginning of it, because they're targeting our people, minorities. Now Cuomo says, we want to make sure that the addicts, probably some that are in there, locked down in there, in these halfway places, they really can't leave, that are forced in there, they have to stay, they're going to stick them like guinea pigs. This is insane. They are targeting our people by groups of what they consider to be peasants, addicts, the poor, the minorities. Then it's going to be, what about them vets that they never gave a dang about, they left in the streets? They're going to be like, come get yours too. Don't forget, they're already sticking every soldier that's out there that we've got on the clock right now with this. Especially all the ones that are going to be delivering it, like in Ohio. So don't forget, for everyone out there that said this isn't nothing, this isn't this isn't that, everyone's got their theory. For everyone that said that this isn't anything worse than the flu, I feel you, okay? But understand this. For every person out there that said that this was nothing, I'm not saying that you're right or wrong, but I want you to realize now that they're injecting people, there's something. There's something there. So no more, nothing's going on. They are literally injecting something, whether newly introduced or not, into people. And that you need not overlook. That is an issue because they are now inserting into our people in mass something new that they will spread, just like the flu vaccine every year at work. People are going to get it. They go back out on the warehouse floor and they spread it because they're shedding it. Live vaccine. And most of the time, that vaccine don't work because it doesn't match the strain that's going around that year. Do you see where they're walking us into? They're going to say the same thing with this mutant variant. They already did it. It's going to switch up. You're going to need another vaccine. And it's going to be never ending. Okay? The WHO just came out and made a huge statement as well, that they believe that the big pandemic hasn't even happened yet. Oh boy, watch out. Tried to warn you what's coming. They put the timeline out there all the way up to 2025. They said that there would be an attack. Bill Gates said this. On film. Gonna break this down further over on the live streams. Don't like to keep these videos too long.